Good morning and welcome to the Pulse of Nigerian Politics right here on Morning Pulse. My name is Sharon Enemchuku and I'm joined in the studio by my analyst and co-host in person of Ifoma Oji and Mr. Daniel Sacramento. Good morning. How are we all doing?
Good morning, Sharon.
You all look good. Black. I see the color. You are all in sync.
We are synchronizing.
I like that. We didn't see you yesterday. We missed you here yesterday, sir.
Yeah, duty called.
Oh, okay. But we're all fine, right?
By God's grace.
All right. We're not joined alone. We are also joined via Zoom by our analyst in person of Mr. Oladimiji Oluwafemi. Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Ifoma. Good morning, my very strong comrade.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
I love the brotherhood love that is going on. Thank you. Welcome, sir. Now let's go straight to the stories we have for today. First, Osun State is taking the federal government to the Supreme Court over withheld local government funds. The state says Abuja has blocked its local government allocations for February, March, and April, despite court rulings allowing elected council officials to operate. Governor Adeleke says this is illegal and hurting development at the grassroots. Next in Akwa Ibom, top APC members are asking President Tinubu to sack the Minister of Petroleum and Gas in person of Ekperikpe Ekpo. They say he's more focused on running for governor in 2031 than doing his job and that he's dividing the party. And the minister is standing his ground, calling the accusations political. Now we are going to break this all down, starting with Osun State, suing the federal government. But do you think that the federal government has the powers constitutionally to withhold local government allocations from a state? Mr. Daniel.
Okay. Nigeria, my country. This is what we call executive rascality. Constitutionally, they have no right to do such a thing. There is nowhere in the Constitution that gives the executive the power to withhold a state allocation. You can only see such in Nigeria. I remember in 2004 when this President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was in power. President Olusegun Obasanjo seized his allocation for 4 good years.
Ooh.
Yes. And when they went to court, the Supreme Court gave a verdict that the president has no power to seize allocation. Because do you know what it means? It's like a coup in a particular state. Having a mutiny to succeed the government. Because when you seize an allocation, you've really blinded the people. You've really taken away life from them. So you're just bringing up chaos in the state. You remove, it's like a crying child being removed from the mother's nipples. Suckling child remove it, and the child keeps crying. I see no reason why every now and then, because this is political.
Yes.
Because they are not from the same party. This is a party affair thing. Just because some set of people who were the former local government chairmen were removed, they went to court. Court nullified their election and guaranteed the governor, gave the governor the right to conduct a new election. And you went ahead, the Attorney General Federation, to seize the allocation. This is only executive rascality. They went to High Court, the Osun State defeated.
Yes.
They took it to Appeal Court. They won. So what else do you want? And they're now going to Supreme Court. It shows the desperation we see in our society. It's just to tell you that these people have no feelings for humans. They don't care.
If the entire Osun State suffer.
If they are suffering, they have been suffering since. That is why the governor has been crying out. Now all the whole court of competent jurisdiction has said, come, this thing is illegal. Release these people's fund. He refused. So most of the times, you see, There are positions I see, I laugh. The current Attorney General of Federation was a human rights activist who has been fighting for people.
Human rights.
Immediately now they gave him power.
He forgot
the human rights. He's now Lion of the tribe of Judah.
I don't know why they are fighting.
He should be the one advising the president rightly. Now you are a lawyer, you are a son, and you are refusing judgment from a competent court of jurisdiction.
It doesn't make any sense.
So this is where NJC, not NJC, the both NJC and the Bar MBA should come on board and sanction people like this. They withdraw their license and take them off because they don't represent this thing very well. The arms of government, they don't represent it well.
No, they don't.
Because these are people who ought to be advising the president. No, don't go like this. Do this is the right thing to do. But they will never do that because everybody is just playing party politics and they bring it into our day-to-day activities.
Mr. Daniel, I'm going to also direct this question to Mr. Oladimiji. Yeah. Before now, when we are having a conversation concerning the Osun State government, there were some accusations that he has been traveling excessively and he has left the Osun State government without care for 2 weeks. And they also talked about the 3.2 billion naira that he has spent on private jets, the state-owned private jets and all of that before he came out to make that that statement that he uses his family's private jet. But now I'm going to ask this question first to you and then Mr. Oladimiji and Ifoma. Do you think all of these accusations is politically motivated? Is this political motivation against the Osun State governor or the entire Osun State government? I don't understand.
It's against the Osun State. But why are they complaining? The guy traveled half of what the president has traveled.
Okay.
You know, as I'm talking to you now, president is in Brazil. Brazil to Japan to Brazil. And from Brazil is going to another country.
Okay.
So what are they talking about? All of them are the same thing, irrespective that so many of them are not feeling fine.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So many of them are not feeling fine.
Okay,
they are going on medical vacations.
Oh.
As you are even talking of Osun, Makinde has traveled 1 month.
He went on leave 1 month.
He went on leave 1 month.
Yes.
He's going on leave.
Okay.
To go and do what?
All right.
When Nigeria is in chaos, he's traveling.
I don't know, sir.
So you see, these are the things we're saying. You saw as if you don't have, they need to travel. Jokes apart, they need to travel. But you have to set machineries in place. You have to make sure that your state is in a safe hands. You have to make sure that everything is in place. Traveling, then there are some travels. You check if the travel you're traveling is going to be beneficial to the state. Yes. Not just traveling. Yes, you might have a vacation.
No, I was trying to find why are they singling out this particular travel incident?
Because it's not in the same political party with them.
Okay.
And that's the truth.
Okay.
It's not in APC. It's a PDP.
Yes, it's a PDP.
So if it's in APC, would you hear it in the pages of newspaper?
All right.
Would they even seize the allocation? They won't now.
This is not right in every sense of the word. But Mr. Oladimiji, Mr. Oladimiji, did you get the question?
Yes, I did.
All right, let's take your take on this.
Yes. First of all, let me start by saying that there is no elected official in this country, as our state is, that should be going on such a leave like the governor of Oyo State has gone. A leave of 1 month. Are you a corporate business executive that is seeking leave from the board? For what purpose are you going on leave when the situation of this country is at this state? Let's leave that aside. When Kanu was speaking to the issue of the suspension of, the withholding of the allocation of the LG in Osun State, and referencing 2004 when something very similar happened between President Olusegun Obasanjo and Tinubu Ahmed back then in 2024. Washibaju was the Attorney General of Lagos State, and he was the one who led the council, all right, against the federal government in that charge to get the federal government to lay hands off the allocation of the state, of the local government. Now, this is what many do not understand. Please permit me. Many do not understand that, in actual fact, Obasanjo was standing on a legal ground at that time. Because Tinubu went ahead to form what we describe as local council development areas, 37 of them, and added them to the 20 local governments. So he now, the Attorney General of the state of Shibaju then presented 57 local governments to the federal government for allocation. And Obasanjo insisted that the Constitution understands and recognizes only the 20 local governments, and of course, they were paid. That those 20 local governments continue to enjoy the allocation, but for their 57 LCDs, they were not recognized. And that was why Osinbajo litigated legal proceedings against the federal government at that time. And Yar'Adua came subsequently to offset the 20 local government 4 years allocation. That's right. Let's come to today and today's conversation. The country is no worse than it was back then. Nigerians are crying. They are groaning every day under the weight of economic meltdown. But what will an elected, supposedly, leader, federal government leader, you will further cut off allocation from those that are already suffering.
Exactly.
Be it as it may, remove all of these rhetoric of do they even disburse these funds to the local government. That is not obtainable right now in this current conversation. What is obtainable is that you have stopped the allocation of a local government, of local government in a state, and therefore you have stagnated the growth of this local government. From stories, I don't know how far that is true. I heard that the delegates are pulling resources together to offset the liabilities of this local government because they are not functioning anymore for lack of resources. So the delegates need to come together, the governor and his siblings, to pull resources together to pay for the liabilities of this local government. So I believe strongly it is politically motivated because they always want to be the one who got the authority in this local government. Because that is the government that is closer to the grassroots. So politically, it is no brainer for them not, to have a hand in that. And they are trying everything possible, to sort it out with the government of the day in the state to claim those local government leadership from them. But of course, this is there is no leadership, government leadership, state government leadership in this country today that would allow such overreaching powers of the federal government. So all right. That someone who cried to the court in 2024 is a sin, which smells in shame impunity.
It's really sad that the person that cried to the court in 2024 is actually now the person doing the same thing. But to you, Ifoma, they have also said that this is a politically motivated agenda against the Osun State governor, even the entire government. I don't know, but do you think that the current administration or the current ruling party is driving the entire nation to become a one-party system of governance?
Yes, that's what I feel. Judging from the context of the story, you could see clearly that these people somehow are being marginalized, you understand? And it's so sad that in a system like ours, justice can never be seen as a tool. It's more like every single time justice is standing on a slopey rope, and it's quite saddening, it's quite disheartening. But at the same time, I keep clinging on hope that at the end of the day that the court rulings will back the Osun what is it called?
The Osun State government.
The state government, because constitutionally I don't see a reason why their allowances or their allocations should be hindered. This is their constitutional right. I mean, there are lots of projects that have been halted because of this, and it's not nice.
But what I'm going to ask you two questions, Mr. Daniel. What is going to be the fate of a nation where, after going to courts and they have given their judgments and there is no execution of that judgment, or there's no respect for that judgment, what is going to be the fate of a nation like that? And do you think that what do you think the Osun State government should do henceforth? I mean, they've gone to all the courts that they can go to. They're about to go to the Supreme Court now. What should they do going forward? How should they address this?
Well, what they've done, the way to address this issue is that what they've already done, where they have come on board to, cry out to Nigerians, see,
this is what's happening.
This is what's happening, Then it's going to be very, very difficult in this country where you see people respecting the rules of law. It's quite unfortunate that when people disobey law judgments given by a court of competent jurisdiction, they don't do anything. The judiciary just fold their arms. A lot of things are deteriorating. They are a separate body. We have the executive, we have the legislature, and we have the judiciary.
Yes.
These are the three arms of government.
Yes.
They autonomy of themselves.
I think they are ceremonial bodies.
They are just. That's what it is.
Ceremonial.
Because it's still the executive that comes to say, I want this person, I don't want this,
yes.
I want this, but I don't want this. Now, you can't go to appeal court. Go to high court, the judgment is there. Go to appeal court. And the same people just, there is no reactions. Now they've gone to Supreme Court, which is the highest body, the highest body when it comes to judiciary. We want to see what is going to happen.
Yeah, we want to see.
That's maybe that is why everybody is trying to fold their arms to say, okay, since you guys are going to, you've already filed a motion to the Supreme Court. Everything will just remain status quo till the outcome of the judgment. But it's quite unfortunate. I keep talking about the Attorney General Federation, who I told you has been an activist over the years, a son, well tested and trusted, could be in such mess. This is where, if he is there and the judgment of a court, which he represents a son in and things like this are happening, then you should know that a common man has no help.
That would be sad for Nigerians.
Because now they are playing party politics. They are not thinking about Nigerians. You heard what Mr. Oladimeji said.
Yes.
In a critical situation of this time. Now, a federal high court have said this. Appeal court has brought their judgment. You people went to court. The state defeated you in court. They say, okay, it is because this court, the high court is in Osun State. Let's move to Abuja appeal court. They went to Abuja in appeal court. The state defeated you people.
So it's just as if they don't want to listen. It's not as though they have not done anything.
The state is now the one going to. If that, because I thought that anything that concerns all these local government matters should end in an appeal court.
Yes.
You understand?
Normally.
But now, the federal government has refused to release their locations. I wonder when they do these things, the kind of message they do pass to Nigerians.
The truth is that they don't even care.
That is the issue.
That's
the thing.
They don't care.
But for us now, to Mr. Oladimeji, just briefly, okay, what do you suggest should be a way forward, not just for Osun State, but for other states? Because people are looking, people are watching to see how this will all unfold. How do you think states should better, or local governments and states should better prepare themselves so they are not a victim of this?
Well, there is no how we can do it. That at any time that a plant will grow on a rock. There's no way you can do it. If you like be the best agriculturist in this world, you cannot grow anything upon a rock. And if you don't have anything, you can't see. Going forward, we all are aware in this country that the lady justice with a blindfold is no more. In fact, the blindfold of the has been removed.
The lady is in road now.
Justice elect.
Yes.
So one thing is selective justice. I mean, justice everywhere. I don't put my mind into the judiciary anymore. It's not the last hope of the common man anymore in this country. Perhaps when we have a redirection of our leadership, we'll think of revamping the judiciary. But for now, let's just accept that there is a political calculation, you know, that favors the underarm, strong hand behind the judiciary. Accept that. But as it were, if the party in government today at the top still got some measure of interest in all of these states, maybe they want to take over these states, or they need this local government to take over some of these states. Yeah. They use the instrument of justice, you know, to manipulate these events, and that's what we are getting. So, what we are going to continue to have, I'm sorry, I'm not the prophet of doom, but we must say these things as it were. With what's her name, Kekere Eko, still our CJ today, we will continue to have things like this because the judicial market is now Dankara.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Oladimiji. Now, I want us to move quickly to the next story. So, the APC members in Akwa Ibom have called for the sack letter, have called for the Minister of Petroleum to be sacked, and they've sent a letter to our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on that note, and he has come out to say that you know, he is not agreeing to that and it's all a political move. But I want us to take a look at the reasons why they asked for his removal. They said that he is more interested in running for governor in 2031 instead of rallying behind the current president and working towards his re-election come 2027. And so for that, and the fact that he's just concentrating on the fact that he wants to be governor, for those two reasons, he is working against the party and should be removed as the Minister of Petroleum in Akwa Ibom there. And I'm just saying, do you think that, let me start with you, Ifoma, but do you think that this is reason enough to remove a Minister of Petroleum? They didn't cite the fact that he's not doing his duties as the Minister of Petroleum or any oil-related issue. They just said that this is the reason why, because of his non-support or he's actively not working towards the rerun. Do you think that's reason enough?
I don't see a reason whereby they should, you know, request them sacking the man because he is kind of trying to, you know, contest for governorship election. I don't see a reason. He has the right to do that again. Yeah. But at the same time, where I will fault him or where I will hold him accountable is if he's not doing his due diligence, his duties as
the minister.
Yes. If he's not doing that, then that's when we'll be like, okay, I think that is kind of cool, you get. But if he is doing what he's supposed to do, I don't see a reason. Then, however, I think that this is not just about policy and governance, it's just about inter-party struggles. That's what's going on within the party. They are having internal crisis
as well,
because I don't see a reason whereby they should be washing their dirty linens outside. I mean, other parties are watching you. What does it tell about the party? Even not just about the party currently, but I mean going forward to 2027 election, you understand? It's kind of the party is on a shaky ground, you get, and if they are not careful, if they don't fix this internal crisis between them, the other parties will definitely override them. So.
All right, it seems as though all the entire political parties we have are having internal crisis. But coming to you, Mr. Daniel Sacramento, do you think this is reason enough to ask for his removal?
Well, like I said, you could see what we are passing through in this country and the level of citizens we have, the level of IQ of citizens we have. Yes, because when you look at the reasons they are given, it looks so childish.
It is. It looks childish.
Very, very childish. That he's contesting for, he's preparing himself for governorship 2031.
We're still in 2025. Yes.
Now, they don't see that he has right to do that. It's under his right for him to vie for any position he wants to. Now, they didn't say that oil, the fuel, that will have scarcity of fuel, or that there are places where something relating to his office is happening, or there is where there need to be an oil exploration and things like that. They didn't go there. What they were saying, they are talking about political party. They are APC. Maybe they have asked him for money. He didn't go. Okay. You understand? Yeah. He refused bringing the money. Now they started labeling him here and there. Or maybe, you know that the governor of Akwa Ibom quickly, hastily, they camped from PDP and entered APC to secure his second term. Do you understand? Without asking if I have delivered anything. Everybody is working to secure second term. The president is working for 2027. This 2027. You could see the mindset. You see that the problem we are having has gone to gas. It has gone to grassroots. That is where the problem is. I didn't see anything that talks about them saying the man is not doing his job as a minister of petroleum. I didn't hear that. All they were saying is he's right. He's right. It's now what they are saying. He has no right to do that. They are now talking about the party. The party. Not about Nigerians. Not about saying Warri refinery is not working. Port Harcourt refinery is not working. Or this other one is not working. How are we going to do that? That on this basis, Mr. President, we don't think this man has the capacity to head this. Do you know that the funny thing, I want to ask this question generally, but to Mr. Oladimeji, just so I get your take on it. What the funny thing will be if the president, based off of these reasons that the 29 out of the 31 local governments in Akwa Ibom has given to the president, would now go forward to remove the minister. It would be really funny. But what do you think about the entire situation, Mr. Oladimeji?
First off, okay, if I were the president, I would just shred that complaint. I'm doing it. If I were the president, all right, I would shred it and doing it because it's coming from some political jobbers.
Actors, political jobbers. Correct.
Just the matter of state. First, again, let us remember that this man is not substantively. He's not even the Minister of Petroleum. He's the Minister of Petroleum State. He's the Minister for Petroleum. The President is the Minister for Petroleum. All right? And leaving that aside, let us, get to look at all of the things that surround the Petroleum Ministry. How you have sunk billions of dollars into a refinery and you have coded it up almost immediately after you came out to tell us that it is functioning. Two of these refineries, for these 26 local government members, are not concerned with that. They're not concerned with, all of the time, the galloping pricing of pump price at fuel stations. They are not concerned with that. But they are concerned with, what the man is not bringing to the table, the crumbs that is not just, falling down from his farm. That's what they are concerned with. They are not concerned with the spillage in their creeks that is affecting their farms, affecting their rivers, disturbing fishermen from going to the stream and farmers from farming. They are not discussing all of these things. They are concerned with, governorship aspiration. Meanwhile, this political rascality, as somebody said the other time, is the one we are witnessing today, where you have politicians not going to the people, but manipulating amongst themselves, clinging to the powers that be, so that they get, they are, brought into the power space or giving a ticket to run or to win.
For their second
term. It's no more about the people. That is the point that we are.
It's just political ambitions now. It's just political ambitions. That's what they're all cut out for. But just to wrap things up, based on the accusations that they are giving, they specifically mentioned the fact that he's not working towards the rerun of the president in 2027. So it seemed there was someone that made a statement and said it's as though they have paused the issue of good governance in Nigeria and everybody's just looking forward to 2027. Concerning that, what do you think is, do you think there is going to be a shift in the way these politicians see governance, or is it always going to be about party?
I think it's always going to be about party until this set of persons have been swept off. You get, because I don't see a reason whereby this whole banter and bickering is supposed to, you know, be happening when we have serious need for reformation in the country. I mean, there are a lot of places, there are a lot of things that are going haywire, and these people are focused on 2027. You could see, just like what Mr. Sacramento said, their mindset. They
need a total reformation in their mindset.
Yes. Let me use that word. What's it called?
Anambra State Governor.
That they need to
go for brain evaluation.
At this point, I think they need that, because we still have 2025. It hasn't come to an end.
We are still in all
people are mentally menopause.
They are rushing ahead of everybody.
They are mentally menopause. So their mindset.
What is mentally menopause? That's not what they're saying. But that's really sad, and I'm hoping that at the end of the day we actually get the type of leaders that we deserve. This set of leaders Nigerians deserve better. It's not even
about leaders. As I'm talking to you now, these things, we need reorientation in this country. Exactly. That is the truth.
That's true.
And it's going to start from the leadership. Now, if the leadership begins to do things rightly, you will find out that when I could remember when Dora Akunyili was in the orientation, was the Minister of Information and Reorientation. You know, they started talking about new Nigeria. This is a new Nigeria. You begin to say things. You begin to have people of integrity, people you can hold responsible, accountable for some things.
Yes.
You see them doing the right things. You see them saying the right words.
Setting the pace for others.
Now, when you get to the grassroots, it becomes an easy job, because if
the people at the top,
if the people at the top have been crucified for the sins they have done,
people will learn not
to do that.
Exactly.
But when they keep on daily basis, people decide, I will siphon these billions and go to prison.
Because they know nobody's going to do anything about it.
Exactly.
You're not talking about nobody doing anything.
If I can get 100 billion, and the EFCC will take me to prison for 2 years. How do I stay in prison?
Yes. Okay, and I understand that. And we should extend beyond the prison, the 2 years in prison.
If you even give me 5 years, and I'm still holding
no, I understand what you're saying. But I want us to talk about punishment and how Nigerians, is as though when we say something, when we say this is wrong, we don't have the enforcement power to follow through. There's a story I want us to talk about. It's just briefly, okay? The Abuja Kaduna train mishap that just happened on Tuesday around 11 a.m. I don't know exactly. They say that they are still undergoing investigations. They are probing into the matter. But the train had, this accident. They said 6 were injured and all of that, and nobody knows. But people on X were saying that there was this case of vandalization. People coming to, take iron condemn. Yes, I don't know how true that is, but let's take a quick look at the video. It's just a 10-second video of what happened in Kaduna Road. All right, that is a video showing the train completely on one side of its belly on the road, and people are coming out to demand for accountability. How did this happen in the first place? How did we get here that we have our train station? And a lot of people depend on this particular route, the Abuja Kaduna route. But do you think this was a case of the iron condemn, like they said, or mismanagement?
No, the truth about it is that although we have car accident, we have aeroplane accident, and we have train accident. It happens in Western world as well. But the truth about it is that people should be held accountable.
Yes.
We like jubilating on new things, new information.
Yes.
Nigeria has no maintenance culture.
They don't. Zero.
That's the truth.
Zero maintenance culture.
Now, look, now the right that facing to use the Japanese. A Japanese man, if he breaches your contract with him, he takes his life. Yes, because they don't like anything that dents their integrity with any business. They are very strict about it. But here, somebody will be committing crime and still sit on top of that seat.
Yes,
and say,
smiling.
my head should pass away, nothing will happen. So that's the area where that is where we have found ourselves. So it's quite unfortunate that we had that train mishap. And if the government would look at, remember, it's still the same route that people were kidnapped.
Yes,
that's
the same route. That's true.
And the same train.
Okay, there's no people who have to pop on their train movement.
This menace of iron condemned people, it's not only in Abuja, it's in Oka here, in Anambra State. There was a time they went around and started removing all these stuffs that they used to cover where drainages. They start taking all of them. So you could see this where we have found ourselves.
So my question is to both Ibom and Oladimeji, just to wrap it up. Mr. Oladimeji, how do we go from here? Mr. Daniel mentioned, even Ibom talked about the fact that there are no security cameras inside to tell us exactly what happened and when it happened. But how do you think we should move forward from here?
Well, since I was born, since I've been conscious of government activity, I've always learned that government officials in power, they build all this infrastructure, to campaign for the next electoral cycle. That's just it. So it is not, they don't have, the backup and the follow-up on all of this infrastructure, like maintenance, year in, year out, what do they call it, accounting now? I've forgotten it now, but maintenance of it is not there. And aside that, even from the very word go, the construction of it has been faulty because the contractor is expected, to rub the palms of everyone involved in that contract. And as such, you go with the little that you have left after you have settled to construct. Of course, you want to make profit. So you give. If you go to those tracks, I'm telling you, Chioma, I'm telling you, comrade, Chioma, those tracks are dead tracks. I'm telling you, go and check.
From the onset, right?
Properly laid. And they're wearing properly laid. They are dead tracks. And they are not maintained. There is no security apparatus, even at terminal points. That's what we had about kidnapping the last time.
And nobody did anything.
This iron condemned guys that, Ibom and comrade mentioned, it is not the fault of these guys. Nigerians are scavenging for survival. It is the responsibility of government to make provision. And of course, to be the stopgap between vandalism and maintenance. You have not put anything down for maintenance. You have not, pushing the effect of suffering so that Bola boys and the iron benders can,
All right. Iron boys.
So that they can go elsewhere to seek daily bread. If they need to scavenge and survive, and you have not even made provision for security available for these track lines, of course.
But I don't think that's an excuse for them to commit crime, though. I don't think, because that vandalism is a crime. I don't think it's still right for them to do that. But thank you,
I just want to add something to what Mr. Oladimeji said. Apart from maintaining or maintenance, I mean, like I said earlier, security operatives should be mounted in every distinct terminal, yes, and not just that. I think we have something like security cameras, so it should equally be mounted there. And not just that, according to them, they said they deployed security operatives to the place to tend and tend to people's wood, both medically and otherwise. But at the same time, it shouldn't be something that we should be saying, we should be praising them for, because these are the things that are supposed to be in place in the first time. There should be hospitals around that area. I mean, we know that these incidents are meant to occur one day, any day you get. So, but at the same time, I think that to avoid all these things and for a quick response, I think that even hospitals should be built around it, so that if anything like this
emergency,
yes,
so there's
if
quick
happens,
response.
I mean, they should, attend to those people quickly, because 6 are injured, or about 6 or 7 are injured, but we don't know the future, how it's going to pan out.
Yes, I understand what you're saying. So thank you very much, Ifoma. Thank you so much, Ifoma, and Mr. Daniel Sacramento, and to you, Mr. Oladimiji Oluwafemi, for doing this with me. It's always a pleasure. And of course, to our crew and our viewers, thank you again for doing this with us every morning right here on Morning Pulse. Remember that the comment section is yours. Drop your ideas, opinions. Follow us across all social media platforms at Active Citizens Media. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Sharon Enemchuku. And you, Ifoma? You
can find me on Facebook at Oji Sophia and on Instagram at Miselex.
And for you, Mr. Oladimiji?
At 5 Oladimiji. That's my.
All right, Mr. Daniel? Always in the studio. All right, till we come your way this evening for Active Citizens Parliament. Do have a good morning.